Islanders, you've probably seen this on social media. There's been a man overboard on the Taylor Swift-themed cruise on board Royal Caribbean's Allure of the Seas. On the show today, we will share all the details we know. Is this person part of the Taylor Swift group that is on board the Allure of the Seas? We'll share that and everything we know. We're also sharing some interesting commentary from John Hild, Carnival Cruise Line's brand ambassador, answering the question, will election night coverage be shown on the big screen? Can people watch this in public areas? We all need some time in the islands. Let's go there now on Island Time. A big happy Wednesday to all you Islanders. We hope that you're having a great day. We are halfway through the week. We're on Island Time. I am your host, Derek. Let's drop our anchors and take some time to relax in the islands together. We have all kinds of content for you to consume while you're here. We have the latest in cruise news on the show today. You may also remember about 3 weeks ago, Royal Caribbean invited us down to Galveston, Texas to hop on board the Harmony of the Seas. We vlogged our experiences. Part 1 and Part 2 of our vlogs are out now. Be sure to check them out. We're going to jump right into the cruise news today. This story is dominating social media. It's dominating mainstream media. A person overboard on Royal Caribbean's Allure of the Seas. The Allure of the Seas is right now currently hosting a Taylor Swift theme group. I think this story is getting some extra attention that sometimes these man overboard situations don't get. The code Oscar was called to passenger cabins of public areas last night around 9:40 p.m. while it was dark. Oscar was sounded. The ship was about 17 miles from Nassau, Bahamas. The government there in Nassau has responded to this. The Allure of the Seas also, of course, stopped in the water, deployed pilot boats, turned on the spotlights. The Utopia of the Seas was also close. The Utopia of the Seas responded to this as well. Reports are saying that this person is a 66-year-old woman. We usually don't see men overboard situations for people of this age. 66 years old. One thing I want to clarify from the top of the story here is this 66-year-old woman, we're not sure if she's part of this Taylor Swift group that is on board the Allure of the Seas. It seems like those on social media and mainstream media, they're combining these two together. Yes, there's a Taylor Swift group cruise going on. It's only about 200 cabins, though, of the 2,748 cabins. And it seems like that mainstream media, social media, they're insinuating this lady is part of the Taylor Swift group. Now, could she be? Absolutely. But I don't think we need to come to connections and conclusions that this woman is automatically part of this group of about 200 cabins. Group cruises are popular. They're fun. The creators of this group cruise, I'm sure, are making sure their guests have a great time. But I wanted to differentiate up front. We're not sure if this woman is part of the group or not. This picture was shared by Brian Rowe via X. It's an ominous picture. It is dark. It is pitch black. Royal Caribbean has done everything they can do in the search efforts, but it's the worst time of day that someone could go overboard. The odds of finding someone at night are slim to none. The Royal Bahama Defense Force and the U.S. Coast Guard are both on the scene. Again, the ship was about 17 miles from Nassau, so we had help from the Bahamas. The Coast Guard is there as well. Royal Caribbean shared this. Our crew immediately launched a search and rescue effort and is working with local officials. We are also providing support and assistance to the guest family during this difficult time. So the 66-year-old woman has family members who are on board. To respect the privacy of our guest family, we have no additional details to share. The search efforts continue. The Allure of the Seas has continued on their cruise. The Utopia of the Seas, who came to help, has continued on its cruise as well. But the governments of the Bahamas and the United States, the Coast Guard, they continue the search efforts. We are praying for this woman and her family and hope that she is found alive. A very difficult situation here. We'll go back to the group cruise as well. Taylor Swift group cruise, a lot of people were excited about this. Again, 200 cabins are booked. These group cruises are growing in popularity. Is there a musical group that you follow or a sports team that you follow that if they had a group cruise, you would hop on board? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below as we share this next story with you. An interesting story we have been asked the last several weeks. Will cruise lines show election coverage the night of the election? We're less than 2 weeks away. And people they're intrigued by this election. They want to vote. Early voting is open across many states, but there will be over 100,000 Americans alone on Carnival Cruise Line. There will be hundreds of thousands of Americans that are cruising, enjoying life, enjoying, no matter who's in office, no matter who wins, their cruise is going to be great. But they've asked the question, will cruise lines share election night coverage? I want to see who wins. Carnival Cruise Line has already come out. They came out and they said, no, we're not going to share election night coverage in public places. But they've said you've got the freedom to watch in your cabin if you so choose. If you have the internet package, you can log on to your phone and watch if you so choose. John Hild, Carnival's brand ambassador, shared this. I had so many people asking about election coverage next week on the ships. Having spoken to our chief communications officer, Chris, I can confirm there will be no public screening anywhere on the ship of any election coverage. And John Hild kind of shared that he didn't want to change what's going on. He also said, but we are not going to change our schedule of events and movies and deck parties to broadcast politics on the big screen or any other bar or lounges where we normally have live music. I think this is the right call. I love politics as much as anyone. I'm as interested as much as anyone. But I agree, those events that Carnival and Royal Caribbean and other cruise lines have scheduled, those events and deck parties that they do weekly, I think they still need to do those. They don't need to stop those events and live music and shows only to show election night coverage, even though it is important to some people. I think that Carnival's making the right decision here. And I think that if for those that are interested, again, you can go to your cabin, you can log on to your device, you can watch election night coverage. But at the end of the day, I think about this. If I were on a cruise in November the 5th, on election night, and it's 7 o'clock, it's 10 o'clock, there's so much going on. Would I actually want to watch election night coverage? I don't know if I would or not. I'm going to pose the question to you. If you were on a cruise, would you worry about election night coverage? Would you watch it? Would you just check in every now and then to see what's going on? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. Islanders, that is the cruise news for today. We hope you enjoyed it. If you made it this far, give us a thumbs up. Consider subscribing. We are almost to 25,000 subscribers. For all of you who have subscribed, we appreciate that so much. Your feedback, your support, all of it. We can't wait to see you in the comments section below. We'll see you on our Facebook page and tomorrow right here on Island Time.